kind of working on the end screen where the game ends and people choose game modes and the map, which map will be played in the next one. Kind of changing that all the way right now, and yeah, right now I'm trying to do something different than usual, which is something like in normal traditional servers you have this server types, which is how do I say, like a server has a mixed fixed maximum players, like let's say 64, and then um, basically at the end of the game the players chooses a fixed size a server and then they just join. I don't want that, because the problem with the 64 player servers or 128 players servers is that they are very difficult to fill them. If there's like, I don't know, 20 players in a server that is 64 servers, the 64 player server, that 20 player is likely going to quit the server, which is horrible. So I need a server that scales down the game mode and the map based on the player count. So imagine this, that when I start the server starts as 16 versus 16, and then after 16 versus 16, if it reaches 32 players, then server opens a little bit more slots, like I don't know, until 40 players, for instance. So 32 to 8, it accepts 8 more players, and then after that, at the end of the game, it checks how many players there are in the server right now. If the player count is between, let's say, 32 between 40, this means the server can either choose a server with 32 players, maximum 32 players, or that kind of game mode and map, or the players can choose a map which is 64 players, and the same for the game mode. So this way the server can scale up, and in case of the players leaves the server, like let's say there are 64 players in the server and we are playing a map that is made for 64 players, and people leave, and that's why we have 20 players in the server and the game ends. After the game ends, server says, oh yeah, we have like 20 players right now, the server player count isn't enough for 64 players map or the game mode. So for that case, the server will not be showing any choice for 64 player server. This way the server will be always fun to play. It won't be getting boring, and this way one server will be able to fill to up to 100 or 150 players, because just opening one server that is made for 150 players and just waiting, trying to get people into the server, and that is not really possible because people won't wait. So yeah, that's the goal right now I'm working on. So right now the goal, what I'm trying to do is basically when the game ends, oops, 1 second, load screen. Basically, after the victory or whatever, defeat, draw, whatever screen, this screen comes out. It will show first the game mode choices, which is on the bottom. So it's more like this. They can choose rather team deathmatch, conquest, capture the flag, or rush, whatever possible game modes we have. And based on that, after that, this will fade out like this, and then now the map modes will appear. Based on what players choose on the game mode, this part will be appearing. I forgot something. I need also a text that says how many players that is this map made for. 1 second. Hello. Chat. previously we had already this, like just this, and the problem with this is you can't choose the game mode. I could do something like, let's say we have 4 game modes, I could have 4 cards for every game mode for one map, but yeah, as you can guess, if you have like 10 maps, which we have more than 10 maps, it's going to be filling the entire screen, which is very annoying, to be honest. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, choosing the game modes first, then choosing the map is just seems much cleaner and easier solution. I think I will be doing, like, we have 60 seconds until the next game starts. I think I will be doing the first 10 seconds is just nothing, just a victory screen and etc. After the 10 seconds, from 10 to 30 seconds or 35, I guess, I'm not sure. Anyway, 10 to 30 seconds, it shows which game mode you want to play, and after 30 to 60, it gives you the option to choose which map you want to choose or play, whatever. Hello. So, 1 second, let me actually post this link to the BattleBit server too at the same time. Forgot. Okay. Probably what you're going to be watching right now won't be that interesting because I'm just coding mostly, but well, that's how the development goes. So we have the target size. We have hardcore mode too here. Is it important to actually show hardcore servers? I think it is. Maybe I have 2 different servers. That is, one is hardcore, one is not hardcore. Maybe they want to choose a hardcore version. It's unlikely what it might happen. Anyway, I'll just keep it that way. Okay, so what we did here, I don't remember exactly what I did here. Been a while, to be honest, since I actually touched those codes. This part, so the server gets the rooms from the server files, the server settings, whatever the host customized, and it creates some ending maps, etc. And it tells which who won, and then it tells players which maps are available. So you can just go to that there. Oh yeah, I need also the target size as a byte. Target size here will be size serializer bytes. All right, yeah, that should be fine. Now let's see. Should we tell who won? Tell what's the reason what's the reason of ending the game, tell how many maps we have, and then we send it. Okay, we send it to all clients, and then set state. Okay, then what did we do? This is for saving the stats at that moment. Saving the stats of all players in the server or room, whatever. Okay, I think that's just fine. So, and then it just says received on game. It's a client side RPC, creates, and then sets the index, and then reads it, and yeah, just makes it here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so meanwhile, the server is waiting for results. Let's see what we did here. It resets all the votes for the maps, and then it iterates every single player, and then did I do here? Can't remember exactly. Oh, I think I just did something here and can't remember exactly. Anyway, not that important to be honest. Then we have this. Okay, so I need to also add a way to indicate which game mode they have chosen. So okay, so that's how I did. I see. Okay, the first is byte, I believe. So byte, no. Let me see. The first one is a byte. Okay, the second one is. Ah, okay, I see what I did. Why did I do that? Can't remember exactly. Ah, yes, okay, I understand why. The first 8 bits are used for the integer part to indicate which ID which it is. In this case, it can have 128 choices, and the last bit is used for the indicate if my choice is day or night. So the first 7 bits are which map I have chosen. The 8-bit is if it's the day or night. I'm not sure why it did that, but anyway, it kind of works. But this should be now separated as map votes. Actually, no, not the map votes because we have this already. Let's call this end game map votes. We don't need Unity there. I don't really like actually using statics most times, but to be honest, I use static all the time in the game right now, and kind of a bit fucked up, so I don't mind it anymore. I mean, it's not the best way doing it because when you want to replay the same game room, you have to properly reset everything, every static thing, and it's pain actually. If you don't do it properly, it will fuck your game up very well. I mean, yeah, the statics are easy way to kind of access something very easily, but not that great to do always. Anyway, I'm used to it doing it. Unfortunately, whatever. Right now it works. Map bots, and now we have game mode bots. But we just do what we're doing. You know what? I'm just going to do this with the robot. There we go. And I don't need a byte for this, or do I? Nah, just keep this 5 bytes, whatever. And let's just say game of votes, and each is 0. So the index of this indicates which player, indicates the player. So if I have the room ID of 8, the 8 players, the index of 8, the value at that position will indicate which map I have chosen. I will be considering 0 as null, nothing. So if I choose the first one, that's normally 0, but I will be considering that as 1. So I'll be doing 1. Whatever, just it's kind of like hacky way of doing it. I could just use an integer here, but I just like keep it as a byte array. Personally, whatever. I think I should just call this pack unpack. Whatever, doesn't really matter what I just said. Okay, so I need another function somewhere that to where did I did? Not this. Okay, so instance, sandvote, etc. This has to change. Sand map vote, and this is the hash map. Now we need another one. Void game mode, sand game out float, and just an integer index will be fine. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Just the index. You could just keep this as a byte, because we're not going to have tons of more than 255 game modes on the bottom. Just maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 even. I don't know. Whatever. So it doesn't really matter. And this is wrong function. Network.pc. Void received game out. And we have this our serializer. And then we read here whatever bytes. Vote byte. Read whatever the player has chosen, and then based on the sender's ID, room ID, give out votes, and we take the vote. And we set this right here. There we go. Okay, we can keep this way. Okay, so I need also one more. This one is for the maps, the button for the map, like on the bottom. This one, these two buttons. So if I choose where is that? If I choose the option, it sends a package to server, says I have chosen this map and the day version of it, and if I choose the night version, it sends a package to server, says that I have chosen this map and with this with night version of it. But in game mode we don't have that. We just have where is it? We just have one thing. So just as soon as I click this and as soon as I select this, actually I just realized I don't need selected version of this at all. As soon as I click on this, I just say game mode manager.instance and what was it? I forget. Game manager. Okay, not the game mode manager, but game manager. Send game mode. Good. I don't need the serialize anything at all now. The index is okay. I need the initialize function to this. Initialize. I need an index, and I need the game mode. Which game mode this button is presenting, and the ID of it, index or ID, whatever sequence index, whatever you call. Private. Game mode and game out. Game out. Okay. I will handle the text later, the text conquest or whatever later, because I need to pull that from the language file. 1 second. It's gonna take a while to find. Yeah, I need to be pulling that from right here. And I'm not sure if I actually added all of them, so I have to check that later in a moment. Anyway, okay, so we have the index now. Index. There we go. That should be all. Okay, so other question is, how did I update the okay, so I started I see what I did. Okay, so basically at the end of the game I basically have this create elements, and then since they are in sequence that I can just iterate them and just okay, I see what I did. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, fine. I will do the same thing, I think. One option right here says upvote, unserialize, votes, or serialize whatever, and just integer votes. Read 1 byte, and then set the votes. There we go. Okay, and then the game mode name will be given by text game mode. Do I have it? No, I do not. I will have to check that later. Annoying. Yeah, I didn't do that. Let me check. Do I have team deathmatch? Just this is for loading screen. Advanced and secure. Advanced and secure, but this is for also loading screen. Rush. I don't have rush. Okay, I just have to do it manually. So I will be adding team deathmatch, rush, conquest, whatever. So it can be translated to other languages as well. So, but later I'm just gonna laser right now. The game mode, etc. Okay. So let's get into the. Before I actually do that, we'll do something real fast. Game mode manager. While the game is starting right now, just respawn the file, and if the file doesn't exist, it just sets the default settings, which in default settings the players count to start to the game is just 4 right now, which is annoying because most times just testing myself. So if I'm testing my own, just keep it as 1 player to start. And I have to change it before I forget. Countdown, waiting for players. Okay, I think this just be. I think I'll just do something hacky here. Get players to start. Value. I love inline functions, not gonna lie. So if you are in testing mode, just return 1. It's hard-coded way. And if we are not in the, and if you are not, if you're normal mode, if you're not testing, it will return whatever the active room and whatever the user, the host, just chosen as a value. So instead of this, we could do this now, and there we go. This way I won't have to wait additional 3 more players, or I won't have to type additional for start every single time when I'm playing test well. And we have this countdown. This right now fixed to 60 seconds. Actually, it's not a good way of doing it, but just lazy to be honest. But I would just say if I'm in testing mode, just keep the countdown as, I don't know, 4 seconds or something, so I don't want to wait Rex 60 seconds to the game to start. Okay. Oh god. So yesterday, actually today, more like no yesterday, it's 4 AM. Yesterday I worked on this, which is looks a bit complicated, but it's not actually. Just I wanted to have something like how do I say? I have 2 different screens, which is the game modes, the modes, and also the map modes. I want game modes to be visible from 10 to 30 seconds from range between them, and I want the maps visible from 30 to 6 seconds. The thing is, I could technically animate that by hand, like just say hard coding that, and technically animate that. Or what I want to do is I wanted to have something that where I can have something like this. So imagine this is the alpha value, like the transparency, the opaque. So 0 means it's hidden, and 1 means it's fully opaque, it's fully visible to your eye. So between them means like something like it's half transparent. So I will say if I want the game mode floats to be visible from 10 to 30 seconds, the start will be starting from 10, and the end will be 30. So as you can guess, now this function gives me a curve, that is, or whatever you call, that from point 10 to 30, it kind of fades in first, then stays at 1, and then fades down slowly. So I could use this technique. I could just use this, put this into the function, like right here I did, and then I could just do this. So from 10 to 35, okay, just 35, just do 30, there we go. And then this way it will just, I won't have to do anything fancy more. So this will be for the game mode, and this one would be for, actually let me do this, another one. Yeah, 1 sec. This one would be 10 to 30. This one would be the game mode, and this one would be the choosing the maps, etc. Basically, it's actually this is actually not the best way of doing it, maybe, but just, that's how I like it. It's a fancy way of doing it. Instead of writing everything as a if else, I kind of prefer doing this way, branchless way, which actually makes it easier to change later instead of hard-coded if else's. Actually, I do have some if else there, but I'm lazy to make them, some of them to change. Anyway, okay, let's get into this part now. We have the endgame modes, etc. Just try and decide what to do. Let's start from the game mode rules first. It's not the best way of coding, I guess. This is from resources to make sure that, okay, mixer maps, not anymore. This is not a valid thing anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. So, actually, just thinking. So the server will send only which game modes, sorry, not game modes. Server will only send which maps are possible to be chosen, and based on that, the players will decide which game modes are possible first, and then they will choose based on the whatever chosen, they will hide the unchosen maps at the end. So kind of a bit tricky actually, especially when any player joins while the game ends and they're still watching something. May a little bit fuck it up there. Okay, let's just determine which game modes are possible first, because otherwise we have to start from somewhere. Okay, I will just do it here. list what I can type game mode element. If this is no longer elements, it's more like not what buttons or elements. Game mode what elements. Okay. I don't need to do it anymore. But I have, okay, this is the update part. Okay, this is for the countdown and okay, so this part is the part where I have, okay. Let's think about this now. I think I will be server. I think I will be making that the server will always broadcast whatever all the votes, even if we are not even the server is not showing the game modes or something. But okay, just keep that way. It's just easier. I don't have to complicate it more. So let's choose the game modes first. I will write a separate function just for that because I will be using multiple times. Game. Well, we have to get rooms. This one goes from game space. This is basically the server settings file, like the new player start, maximum, if debugging enabled, etc. The medic limit per team. The rule of spawning, like you can spawn the captain only, squad leader only, or any member can spawn each other, or rally points are only available. And if there's rally points, how many seconds the squad can put a rally point, and if some weapons are allowed or not, if some grenade, grappling hook, C4, etc. Available. 1 second, chat. I haven't Alright, so let's say exotic game out. Let's say create game mode. Get game modes. From a given list of game mode settings. Rooms or whatever. Let's create a asset of game mode. Game modes. Think. And think. Worst case scenario is just can't. Oh, we cannot set the capacity, I guess. No, we cannot. Okay. Anyway, I thought I was able to locate some area size in the flood, but I cannot. So let's iterate all the rooms first, and now we'll just say if game modes, if it doesn't contain the game mode of this game mode that value, just put it in there. And and we're just going to return this as an array. I'm not sure if there's a function for that. If there is, I'll just use a toArray. No, there's not. Okay. Alright, easy to fix. Game mode. You can iterate the game mode. This I said with normal 4i, so do this annoying way. Item. I think it's the right way. It sets I first and then iterate adds to it. I guess you know, I actually didn't use this for a while. I can't remember exactly what. If it's wrong, I will realize it. I will see it. Okay. The default is null, right? Yeah, the default is null. Nice. Alright, so we have this thing, which is nice. Now, as soon as the game ends, where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. As soon as the game ends, we get the possible game modes, and then say game mode. Actually, hold on. Next server maps are I might have to do something else to yeah, this is the ending game. I will have to do the same function for that too. Okay, anyway. Oh no. And just another, not this, another function just for ending map. And instead of this, just this. Okay, same thing, just with a different structure. This class contains all the information about the game rules, etc. But the client doesn't need to know all the rules about the server, the next server. They just need to know about, is it hardcore, which map is it, which game mode is it, and yeah, that's kind of all. And how many people can play that server, how big is it. So this presents that one, and this presents the entire thing. So this will be using server and this will be using client mostly. Okay, so let's get back. Now we have the possible game modes we create. Get the I first again, and then we iterate each again. Why did I do it that way? Okay, I can just use this. Length or count, length, whatever. I could technically do pooling, but not really required because I won't be deleting them again or trying again or something, so I don't need pooling or something, anything at all. So this one is not element in modes. First time when I wrote this script, I wasn't going to be thinking that I will be adding a second voting layer. So just said element, but it's supposed to be actually element game map or something, but lazy to remove it or change it, rename it. To votes, not to votes, but to modes, whatever. And votes. And then we have this initialize. I think I had the initialize as a yeah. And the index is I. Totally, the game mode is the possible game mode. So I. Now we have this elements. Instead of elements, we just have this now. I don't need to increment the I manually. Okay, there we go. Nice. Load map icons from disk to memory. I had to do this way because of the map files, the textures. They're actually quite big, like at least 6 megabytes sometimes. I don't know. Annoying to be honest, because most times you're not playing the map, just they're just sitting in the memory. So Instead of keeping the memory, just I don't keep them in memory, just keep on disk, and as soon as the game ends, when I need them, I just load from the disk. Uh, Alright, so we have this game modes thing. I'm just thinking that so the problem right now that I have is I know which possible maps are in my screen, like which possible maps can be chosen, and I know which game modes can be chosen as well. The problem is, after 30 seconds, based on whatever has been chosen as a game mode, the maps some of them should disappear. For instance, let's say I have chosen the players have chosen the rush game mode, and the thing is, rush game mode isn't available in the map Namak because Namak is way too small for a rush game mode. So even if it was there, it should not be visible anymore. And okay, I can just do that. Yeah, I will keep this as here. Why did it that way? Not sure, but count and have this. What's the and ID? It's not elements anymore. Map puts. This is no longer I reference and okay. Oh yeah, I hate lists because of this. If you're using a list, you can have references to structs. Must be a class. I hate that. I hate that. Anyway, whatever. We are good to copy. Okay, so this should technically be. Yeah, this should technically work. Let's see. Let's give it a try. By the way, normally I don't listen to this kind of music. I have a Spotify, etc. But the thing is, copyright issues and streaming and YouTube, etc. To which, so I'm forced to kind of have to play this kind of music. No copyright issues once, so I won't have copyright issues. Anyway, it's just chill, to be honest. Anyway, so let me delete all except one. I want to keep one as a sample. Sometimes. And full screen now. The canvas is disabled. Do we have everything? Yeah, we do. We have. Okay, nice. I think we are good to go. Yeah, let's build the game once. Does have. Let's see. It's gonna take a while. It may have actually. We play the music, etc. The stress sounds like a. It's actually still stress, more like a. I don't know how to describe it. It's more like a. Something like it indicates that the game's ending at the end, and the screen is getting whiter, and you're getting slower. Everything slows down, and then you get this white screen, and then boom, the camera switches to the end game screen camera, and then you have this text on the screen middle that says you won or you lost, etc., or you draw, etc. Actually, yeah, just tickets, enemy tickets, enemy tickets. As you can see, it's like hard code, but yeah. I have actually a lot of hard code way of doing this, I did a lot of hard code programming, which is not nice, but the decision that we will have always two teams in the game. Never or not two teams, always two teams. So team A or team B, nevertheless. So for that reason, I think it's fine to do hard code way. Okay, now we have this. Let's launch a server real fast. And if we did correctly, which I believe we did, it should wait for one player to start. Not. Let me see. Add rangefinder and wait, rangefinders? Seriously, hold on. What do you mean? What does it mean that it doesn't have a asset for rangefinders? Which rangefinder is this? Oh yeah, I don't have it. Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, we didn't, I think, model the gadget for rangefinder. I guess we didn't. We have it on binding cards only. Maybe probably, whatever. So it should wait. Yeah, it's waiting for one player. Normally, this is how the settings looks like. 1 second. Server files, then not server files. Server settings. Actually, I'll just launch the notepad. There we go. So yeah, this is how it looks. I can, since I'm using Notepad++, I can do this, which is actually quite nice. I like it a lot. So I have this main, which is does that right now. The maps, puzzle maps. You have this game mode, TDM, AIS, Advanced Secure, Rush, Conquest, Domination, I believe. Yeah, Domination, the casual or hardcore, the casual type. The maximum players that you want to set, and the players should start. The auto means something that that the game chooses automatically based on the player size, etc. The game mode, whatever. The gameplay is like, for instance, bleeding, damage multiplier. The default is 1, full damage 1. Stamina enabled. Right now it's false. Fire and fire, of course, false as a default, which is the annoying thing actually. Casual vehicles, which is something that I will be adding soon, which is something like in the game right now, whenever you're playing a tank, for instance, you need at least 2 people to play the tank, which is the first one person drives the tank, the second person actually shoots, controls the turret and shoots at the same time. The thing is, it's hardcore. You need coordination, you need to have voice chat, and the thing is, not everyone has that opportunity, not everyone has a friend to play with it, and for that reason, people who coordinate becomes more OP. Okay, it's rewarding, I agree, but not everyone likes that, so I will be having different type of vehicles where you don't have another person, you will just able to drive and shoot at the same time, with like regular Battlefield games. So more like a tank version that is for hardcore players, a tank version for casual arcade players. This will be kept as true as auto. Vehicle spawn rate multiplier. I'm not sure how to actually describe this more easier, just how fast you want the vehicles to be spawned. That's at least the multiplier. User interface, as you can guess, hit markers, kill cam. I'm not sure about the kill cam yet actually. I'm more thinking about kill cam something like as soon as you die, when you are down, like when you're about to die or something, bleeding on the ground. I can have some kind of outline of the player who killed you, maybe, but maybe that I'm not sure about that. I just put it there just in case if I add it. And what else I have? Class limits. Actually, I added this entire thing for recon because some people really hate having snipers in the game. Like some people really love snipers and some hate snipers because the snipers just camps and you just die from nowhere without seeing. Sometimes if it's headshot, 1 frame you're dead. To be honest, so I had to put this, and I want to put for engineer and medic and support too. Maybe who knows, someone wants to customize the server as something that they don't want support. Maybe I don't know, just doesn't make sense, but maybe they want it. I did it for per team, like something like maybe someone wants to set up a server which is there's like four snipers per team, maybe, or they don't want, but they want one sniper per squad or something. So I had this two option here if they want, but if the server hoster wants, it's up to them. Spawning, as I said, rally point, squad captain only squad members, or auto is squad members, which is squad members means any squad member can spawn on each other. Squad captain only means squad captain can only spawn on anyone, but except the squad leader. Everyone else can spawn on the squad leader only, and rally point is just you can't spawn. You need rally point and cooldown. Weapon limits, you know what they are. You've seen this. Gadget limits, same. And now I have this annoying team that, for instance, for team match. This is a little bit annoying, but I had to do it. I couldn't find another way of doing it. So we have this team TDM timer, which is something like, let's say, 1 hour, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. I will keep that as auto for now. So so we have two different type of servers, which is dynamic and custom. If the server is custom made, it will be choosing whatever you type here. For instance, I can say the TDM will be the game mode will be 1 hour long, and the tickets will be blah blah. But if the server is not custom, if it's dynamic, it will choose between 4 different sizes: small, medium, big, ultra, just call them. And as small as possible with 0 to 46 players, 42 to 96, 88 to 104, and ultra is 148 to 240 players. So since the server will be choosing between one of them, I need different timer, and I need different tickets. So this is where you can customize those, so you don't have to worry about technically going to the server and changing the server based on the player size yourself. The server will do it automatically for you. It's a little bit annoying to set up maybe at once, but after you set up once, I think it should be fine to do it. But yeah, this has to be done for every single game mode right here. We'll be having Advanced and Secure version, the Conquest version, Rush version, and whatever I have else. So, okay, let's get into the game now. We have the 4-1. We have the server running. Let's start. Oh yeah, I don't need this anymore. Oh god, I'm out of coffee, I guess. It's 4:20 p.m. a.m. morning. Yeah, mostly the first lunch takes a while for some reason, all the time. I think you need to just compiling something or building a game on the background or something. I'm not sure what it does. Alright, so the game just started and we have to wait 4 seconds, and there we go. We are in. Oh god. I missed shooting a weapon, not gonna lie. Been a while since I played it. Okay, anyway. I'm on debug mode, so like normally I have this I pre-allocate everything in the game and then use pooling, but it takes a while, so I don't do it in editor mostly in order to actually I think I do it right now. I think I do it right now. Anyway, whatever. So let's say we end the game and let's see what happens. End the game. Okay, there we go. Something fucked up. What happened? Hold on. The music is annoying right now on the background. Yeah, nothing happened, as I guessed. Okay, so something fucked up very badly. Let's see what happened. Word wrap, disable that thing. Index auto balance array. What happened? 269. Game mode setting space 269. Do we have any exception in the server? No, we don't. So it's client side only. So some server sends some package and then client couldn't properly unserialize maybe. Oh, it's the game modes. How did I fuck it up? Oh, I think I know why. Okay, game mode settings space. I think that was a Oh yeah, I think I didn't have. I wasn't normally talking in these streams, but the thing is, when I'm not speaking in the stream, is that most people gets bored because just it's boring mostly. So if I will explain what I'm doing at the same time, um, I think that will be more enjoyable to watch at the same time, I believe. And actually, I do enjoy too, to be honest. I like talking about what I'm doing, what I'm about to do, what I'm thinking. It's nice to put into the words and maybe chat with some people. So right now I'm not really chatting right now, but yeah, get the idea. I think I know what I did wrong. Just this is supposed to be I plus plus, not plus plus I, I believe. Yeah, actually, I guess this was the way. It uses the I first, then it increases. I did it in the wrong way. I think it just increases and then uses it. That's how it was, but it's supposed to be other way around. Okay, let's give it a try again. I don't need to update the server because the server doesn't use that function at all. Only client uses that, so I need to just update the client, which client just got updated. We don't need this anymore. Yeah. Alright. Oh my god, that was loud for a second. Volume mixer? Volume mixer? What's happening? Okay, I see. Windows. Whatever. Interesting me. Thank you, Direct Gandalf. I'm glad it's fun to watch. Um, yeah, normally I don't stream that much because normally when I'm doing something, I'm just doing it for. I'm doing it slowly mostly, and I don't have too much to stream or talk about mostly. Just spend time on thinking what to do. But yeah, today I was going to be like, I feel like streaming, so here I am. On game. Okay, let's see. We don't have a problem this time. We are good to go. Just complaining about the unpulled objects, etc. Okay, let's see. Now we need to get. Okay, so we have on the conquest. Why do we have on the conquest? Just a second. I'm just thinking. Oh yeah, we didn't initialize anything at all. Jesus. Yeah, I'm just an idiot right now. Game modes, next server map, etc. Yeah, we didn't do anything. Just okay, game mode game. Text is, let's say, just string for now. It will look bad, but it doesn't matter real much to be honest right now. And let's start this as from the mode 0. Alright, then we have this answer as we're not calling this yet. Yes, we do not call that yet. So let's fix that too. Get room. Just thinking for a second. Game. On serialize and serialize. Yeah, this one. So server side voting for next map. So did this in a different way. Instead of broadcasting every 1 second, I just want to do it every 0.1 second, which is actually, it feels more responsive to the clients. Okay, so this part is the part where I broadcast a result. So every single time when I want to broadcast a result, just what do? I reset all the votes in the map, and then I iterate every single player, and then I take whatever the player has chosen as. By the way, just realize something real fast. Game of votes. 1 second. The index has to be increased to 1 because the index 0 is what I said as the null, which is nothing. So if someone chooses the index 0, the first element, that will going. Well, that was about to be meaning that the player didn't choose anything at all. So we have to increase by one. So the first one starts from one instead of zero. So the zero, the first one versus the null will have different index. So okay, so we have this index, and then as soon as we get the vote, just set it as this. Okay, this should be fine now. Now, for every single player, okay, let's say I have game modes, possible game modes, which is they are game mode settings space get game modes. By the way, is music stopped? Yeah, it did. Alright, let me try to find something that I can listen without not getting copyright issue. Okay, I'll just choose something. I have no fucking clue if that's gonna be actually something. Anyway, cool. Okay, so we have this game modes, etc. Where's my server side next maps? Okay, and I have an integer of array, same size as this. However, I'm not gonna call this game mode. What counts? The same size as this. Okay. So this will be giving me an array of which game modes are possible by given the server, the maps or the server settings, and this array will be holding the number of people choosing which game mode, etc. So, okay, so we reset first. We reset all the game modes, either 2. Okay. And for every single player, take the game mode and game mode. Okay, so we take the vote that this player has given. If the game mode vote is we subtract 1 because it is given as 1 plus. So if it's now, since we're keeping as integer now, if it's and we subtracted the 1, if it was 0, now it is -1. So we can say that if it's between above 0 and if it's below the game mode count that we have, like length, then it's a valid vote. So we can say that if it's above 0 and below game mode vote, it's below the length. Yeah, not equals, just and also one more thing, it can be also equal to 0, which means the first item, or this doesn't have to be equal, it has to be less than to it. Alright, so if it's less than that, we can say this game mode got 1 vote. Alright, and then we have this the map votes. Okay, so what did I do? We write how many seconds there is. Why did I do this? I think it's because I may actually do it as more than 255 seconds, so I'll just keep it as U short. It's fine. Okay, so the client already knows which game modes are possible, so I don't need to tell. I don't need to go and tell how many game modes there are. I'll just do it really this way. For every, and now we say package.write this one, not as a byte, because one byte can hold 255 until 255, which means that's just enough to tell if one particular game mode has enough players chosen enough. If it's chosen by all the players, like if it's the maximum player count is 250, so even if all the players chooses one game mode, it will exceed go above 255 anyway. And then we send this, and then clients takes that and then reads that. Okay, so this is the part where it is hacky way of doing it. If it's one black screen. Yeah, I know it's not the best way of doing it, not gonna lie. Personally, I don't like it either, but to be honest, I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I just want to do it real fast, and yeah, it just works fine. It's not that critical that if I do it in the proper way, right? This once at least. Okay, so okay, that's going to be a little bit difficult. So we have the same amount of this and unserialize loads and then serialize. There we go. And then we read a byte, and then there we go. What changes? I think that should be all. Let's go and actually now try it. Actually, before all that, I want to have one more thing. Server settings 2 and maybe 3. I want different maps. I want different. Okay, let's say TDM, not TDM, but rush, or yeah, let's say AS. Let's say this one is not AS, but conquest. Okay. I hope it will choose the first one as a default, but not really sure right now. Anyway, let's build the game, server and client, and see what happens. I didn't like this one, the music. I don't know, some of them actually sound a little bit weird to me, personally. The coffee rain, relaxing jazz music with the coffee shop, ambience, chill music for city work. You see. Anyway, sounds fine for now. Whatever. Alright, let's wait until this thing finishes. Why do I have a warning there? What does it mean? Slow charger, what does it mean? Whatever, I don't care. $64 seconds, not bad. By the way, how much my PC is getting heat? 3.4.3 GHz is fine. Meanwhile, the server is launching. I'm just gonna check something real fast. I had some heat issues with my laptop recently. 85 degrees. 78. Actually, it's fine. Yeah, it reached to 100 degrees once, and actually it just shut down. So I had to open it and clean it up, and now it's much better. 80 degrees, around 93, or it's still actually not that great. But yeah, I have to clean it again, I guess. All right, let's wait now. What did it choose? Does the TDM? Nice. It didn't choose something random, rush or conquest, which would be horrible. To be honest, we don't have any other game mode except TDM right now in the game. That's the only game mode we have. All right, we are in. Game is starting. wait until it starts, and we end the game. There we go. The screen gets whiter, and etc. We get the drop screen. Alright, so now we should have 3 different. Okay, nice. What? What's happening there? I cannot click that. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Why can't I click that? Yeah, I fucked up the. Interesting. Well, okay. So the first thing first, I think it did work. It did work fine. The thing is, I wasn't able to click it. That was a problem. And let me check why I couldn't click it. Maybe the boundaries of the button was wrong. Maybe that's the reason. Overlay screen, the what screen, main. Disable both of them. Let me also enable this. I want to see what's up there. So we have this raw image. Is it broadcastable? Yeah, that is broadcastable. Okay. So why I wasn't able to actually click on that? That is weird indeed. Do we have anything else that's actually? I don't know, to be honest, right now. Alright, so I could just do this. Put the spot count, kerning, no, whatever. I mean, it's supposed to actually be fine. What's the size of this thing? Yes, it looks fine. Okay, that was interesting. Now, I want to try something real fast. We have this on-clicked event, whatever. Okay, let's just see what happens again. This time I will be checking if it's actually like what am I clicking on or hovering on. I felt like maybe there's something on top of the the buttons. Maybe that's causing. Okay, I'm back. Oh, come on. It takes a long time. Alright, I think I may actually do it this way. No, I cannot. Okay, that's annoying. Or F11, maybe? No. I have to do it the annoying way in the game. Max that's that. Yeah, I need to fix that too. It looks horrible. Okay, let's see. Now. Okay, we have this draw. Okay, what? What's happening there? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, I will just do something annoying, which is, I will stop the server. So I cannot stop the server. Disable that for now. And stop that too. Yeah, since. Okay, then why not now? Why now it works? Also, I can actually do this now. Yeah, there's something wrong, but whatever. Okay, that was interesting. Ah, yes. Okay, now I understand why. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually an idiot. Uh, the reason why it didn't work is why it was happening that was it it was conflicting with the map modes and the game mode modes at the same time because I'm just changing the opacity, but I'm not changing if it's interactable or not, etc. If it blocks raycast or something. So I'm actually supposed to do that too, either at the same time. Easy to fix. We're just going to go to the update. Instead of set alpha, I will just say set alpha, which I added this function. Basically, after if the let's say 0.5, if the value is above 0.5, it will also enable raycasting and etc. All that stuff. So let's say votes 30 to 60. Alright, and one more thing, I realized that there was a none, which none is not a good value to have. I think I know why. Not sure which exact point it gets none. At some point it had none value. I think it's on the 0 gets none. Okay, so I will test something. I will be removing the max and min for now for a second. Let's delete that too. Okay, so there is no none at all. Do I have the correct actually function there? I have the power of 2. Okay, I have the power of 0.2 here. I have the power of 0.3 here, and I think the 0.3 has none at the end. Like, yeah, okay, that makes kind of sense because at the point where it is like right there, it's none. It's not really. It doesn't have a solution. So yeah, that was the issue. The 2 has the root 4 has a solution for 0, but root 333 I guess 1 divided by 3, 0.33 doesn't have that or whatever. Okay, let's fuck that. I will just keep that as 2, and yeah, I'll just Control Z all the way. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just need to change that to 0.2. That was the wrong part. And let's just save that. Alright, now it should be fine. Let's see. Oh, the server. No. Set the client before the launching the server. Anyway, I think the server can catch the client. And I think it did. There we go, it did. I'm getting a little bit sleepy actually. Kinda makes sense because morning, 4:45 p.m. a.m. Jesus, what I'm saying p.m. every single time. Right. Now, let's end the game. And yeah, we should be fine now this time. Now we have the straw, we have the stickers, etc. And there we go. Nice. And can we choose the, yes, we can choose the roles, and those roles are actually coming from the server, not the client. So if I would actually, oh wait, why don't I have this chosen thing on the bottom? That's interesting. Anyway, it's easy to fix. Okay. Now I will do something else too at the same time. Instead of, so I will go 29 or 30, and then I'll make this 35. Oh, yeah, something like that. 35. Okay. Interestingly, mode clicked. Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. Alright, this should be good to go. Let's launch one more server. One time. Alright, it's launching now. I'm not sure why every single time the server launches it kinda has this weird sound, like maybe it initializes a sound driver, not sound libraries, etc. And then as soon as you need to realize, hey, this is a server, not a game instance, exactly, not a client instance, a server instance. It's like destroys the sound libraries or initializations, whatever. Weird. Anyway, whatever. Not my problem, to be honest. It's not that annoying. Normally the service doesn't have sound card at all or something, so it should be fine. It should be fine. We shouldn't have any kind of output at all. Just a second. Did not get your Patreon backer at all. Okay. Let's end the game. And now we have this TDM, Conquest AAS, etc. And now we have this bottom at the same time, which is nice. And then we should fade soon. It fades very fast. I didn't like that, to be honest. I was expecting it to fade a little bit more gently. But anyway, okay. Acceptable, I guess. You make your Alright, so I think I have to do a little more changes in the graph because it wasn't really one second, I have to respawn someone real fast on my other screen. Supporting us. French, patron vectors, stuff. Alright. One second. Just have to respond real fast. Okay, there we go. So, next thing we have to do now. Oh, just deleting that later, whatever. So now, based on the based on what we have chosen as a game mode at the end, the players will be choosing the a game map. Okay, so as soon as the player. Actually, yeah, before that I have to fix that graph because it wasn't smooth as I expected. It was too harsh, which was annoying to be honest. Yeah, actually, it makes kind of sense because we have this. Like, look at this. Like from the 0. Like if I set this to 0, 0 and 1, which should be easier to see. Like from 0.1, you are like at the 0.8 already. It's just way too harsh. I need something more gentle, I think. Maybe 7, 8, 6, 7. I need something that has. Well, that's interesting. Why it's like that? Why is that goes towards negative? Why? It kind of makes sense actually. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't pass it, but it's a minor thing. Okay, it's fine actually. I don't mind having that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just I need to read. Yeah, the 8 doesn't have a solution. 6 has a solution, so I think the 6 is better. It's better to keep it. I'll save this for now. Why do I have multiple of them? That's annoying, to be honest. And now this has changed. And now instead of 2, we did 6. Okay, there we go. This should be much better now. So now, as soon as we hit the second 35, I have to be doing some kind of thing, which is okay. Hold on. I have to do something, which is. So at some point after the third second of 30, okay, if it's after second 30, which is the time that we take to, let's make it 31 because maybe 1 second is, yeah, it's fine. Okay, after 31 I need to do something like, I need to decide which maps are visible now. Okay, so and another variable somewhere that I call private bool game mode decided false, or I can just have this too, game mode decided game mode, which default as null. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I can say that if it's about 30 seconds or something like that, and if the game mode decided mode is null, now you have to decide which game mode has been chosen. This is not totally deterministic. I mean it's deterministic, but in cases where if the player likes a tiny bit, like actually yeah, that's something too. Actually yeah, that's just a problem. Now imagine this. You have lag, and let's say we have 2 different game modes, and they have exact same votes, and then just before we reach 31, someone clicks on another one, and actually server takes that as a server takes that and accepts that. But the thing is, it's kind of late for you because you have delay, and now we will be choosing different maps and others. So actually this should be not decided in decline at all. Even it's highly deterministic, it may not get it has some case where it might actually break the deterministic part. So it's not that deterministic. It's based on the like more likely. So I think I should just I will do it in a dirty way and just get rid of it. Okay. So as soon as I will be having something called public static game mode choosing game mode for next server, which is null in the default, and as soon as the let's say we'll choosing game mode, let's say false stars, and I will set it as null either. Okay. Now we have the broadcast results. No, not this. Okay, so if the seconds are this, if the seconds is less than 30, which is if we are halfway. Yeah, I know I'm going very hardcore the way, but kind of lazy to be more dynamic or something because I don't need it. And if the seconds is less than 30, and at the same time if you didn't choose any game mode, I don't need this actually not either. If it's null, not null, Jesus. If it's this null, then I can go and choose one. Okay. So what I will do is we have this broadcast results. So in each time when we broadcast a result, I will be already collecting which one is the highest. So what I will do is I will just say and oh, hello Nick. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing, mate? Been a while. Alright, and what I can do is I think there is possible game modes and highest value. Let's say 0 is the highest value, or -1, and highest value index is -0, and we iterate every single of them first, and then if the value of this one is above what we have right here, that will be this will be the new one, and you will store that index as somewhere so we don't forget it later. And then as soon as this happens, now we know which index is the biggest, the highest. So now we can say the chosen one is the game mode that is in this index, which is the index. Alright. Actually, just realized that I don't need that either. I can just do this too. Just like it. There we go. And there we go. This should actually work very fine. Yep. Okay, as soon as this happens, I need to actually go to clients and tell, hey, this is the new this is the game mode that we have chosen. So alright, let's do that. Network received, BattleBit received game and game mode what received. Right. As soon as I do that, I'm just gonna say this. Choosing game mode is equals as a game mode casted and read byte. Pretty much straightforward. I also have to handle this. Okay. As soon as we do that, we also have to do this in the game. I also have to eliminate all the possible options in the game mode manager. I'll just keep that as just I'll just do this for now because I'll just come back here in a second. Actually, I'll just do this so it will have throw my exception, so I won't have to compile it. Okay. So now we have this var package view create package. We have 1 byte in the package, so it will just 1 byte. Yeah, just the byte value of this thing, and then we send it to players, everyone, which the function itself is this. Not server RPC clients. Voila, this should be fine. And there we go. Now we have chosen a game mode, but I have something else. Nope, I didn't. Okay, nice, very nice. Client side, server side, etc. Countdown. Okay, nice. This should be fine, pretty much. Yeah, we tell the players that this is our choice. Just before I forget, actually, I need to every single time when I start the game, I need to make sure that this is set to null. Otherwise, after server plays one game mode, this will stay at the state where it was from previous game. So it will never stay as null at the next game, and that will cause problems. So it has to be reset whenever the level is reloaded, which this will be fine now. Those are all getting overridden, so it's fine. I don't need to really worry about that. Yeah, I do clear them and then add them later. Okay, so if the game is ending. Also, if the game is ending, choosing game mode for next server is null as default. Actually, I don't need to do that too because it's already done already. What I have to do is this: active serializer game mode. Alright, there we go. So, and then we're going to do the exact same thing in there as I did instead of this. Public void eliminate unchosen maps setting. I'm not sure what else it's called. This side game mode is just not useful anymore. We don't need that. Okay, and right, and yeah, this part now. And game manager behavior instance, eliminate unchosen maps, and the same thing going to be happening in right somewhere on the synchronize. Okay, yeah, right here. Chosen, and then we have this. If the chosen game mode for server is not, if it's not null, then we have to be also eliminating whatever we have. This is the part where the game synchronizes from the server. This is the client side. So let's say we join the server while the game is ending and the game mode is already chosen something. So if that is the case, we're going to be, as soon as we say that we have all chosen a game mode already, it will eliminate it automatically as soon as we connect the server. But if it's not that case, as soon as the server chooses one game mode, it will already tell us, and we'll call it at that time whenever this function is called, RPC is called. So it's not a big problem. Okay, so now when we do this, now I have to say which game mode do we have, game mode chosen, and that one is game mode manager choosing game mode for next server. I know it's not nice way to do it, but it kind of works right now. Okay, so now I have all the map modes. I have to be iterating each of them first. I will say if item that map game mode, or no, what did I have? What did I have? When I initialize it, we have this map. Why did it that? Why did it that way? I don't need that actually. It's kind of useless. Just Unity won't. I need to make sure that Unity won't serialize them. Alright, there we go. Don't serialize it. Unity, try to punt. What did I call it? I forget again. Jesus. How can I forget this fast? They selected. Oh yeah, map. It's called map. Game out. If it's not chosen game out, I'm just going to not selective. Active false. We're going to be disabling that game object if the game out of that object is not the thing we just have chosen. So here we go. This should be fine. Alright, so now what I have to do is I have to also indicate the sizes, the size of the map that we have chosen. So for instance, actually I need bots for this, so just a second, just a moment. So one moment, I have to find it first. Okay, I had this table which is something like between 46 to 64 is only for B type, which is the B type is the 32 players, sorry, 32 versus 32. So if the server is between 32 and 46, which is this range, it should give us two options, which is one for the small size and one for the big size. So I need at least 44 players in the server. I'll be just putting bots to the server and I'll see what happens. Okay, so but before all that, I need to change this to something else because it's not nice right now. So I need to say also the size of the map. Alright, on the map, the name. Where should I put the size? I have no idea. Something like maybe this, maybe 16 versus 16. The bolt big. Maybe not. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I like it. I don't know. Imagine this like 32 versus 32. Is it too big? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Also, I think I should make this also bold too because it's not really visible behind that. Okay. I think I need also outline or something too, either because I can't see the text really. So I will have to duplicate the font first and actually make. Hold on. Yeah, I need outline for this, so I need a bold SDF, a copy of this, and call this outlined version of this. Make this an outline. I think that's like, I don't know, 0.1 or something. Now I can use this outline version as, there we go. So now I have this nice outline, which should look much better than before. Actually, I think I will just increase the outline just a tiny bit more, just 0.2. 3? No, 2 is fine. Okay, now this way, if the background is even as white, it should be just looking fine. Alright, now we have this player size now, or just called size. I think I don't need this to be that big, or too much. Okay, nice. I think, yeah, something like that should be fine to have. So 128 to 128, yeah, that should be fine to look. Alright, and last thing. Yeah, I think this is just fine. I'm just gonna add that. I think I don't need to indicate which game mode that we going to be choosing because everyone knows which game mode has been chosen. But maybe just to be clear that, yeah, maybe just I need to be clear about which game mode has been chosen because maybe that like imagine this, you have this two game modes and they both have the same amount of votes, and at the last second before the voting ends, someone chooses something else, and you miss it, and you don't know which game it has been chosen. So you have to actually somewhat tell it to you. But the thing is, I don't have too much space in the cards. I don't want to do that. Like, imagine this. Now let's say this is the long ass name, so map name. Okay. I don't think that will be case, but you know, imagine this just happened. So okay, let's say we do this until 60, and let's say 18. Let's make the font smaller. Okay, so this part is totally reserved for the map name, and then let's say that the bottom is reserved for, say the bottom part is reserved for the size. I don't need any height at all. Just gonna do this. Okay, and then I think I can just do 18 at the same time. And what if I do something like now team deathmatch? Is there too much information on the screen? Yeah, I think there's just too much text now. I can't, it's not clear. It's too much. I don't like it. What if I just say TDM? Let's say this is a EduR double. I can also make them all uppercase. EduR double TDM. I don't like it. No. Above and 80, let's say 80. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's make this text a bit more bigger, appealing maybe. Okay, I think I like this more. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's call this game mode. So this is the game mode. This is the size and this is the name. Okay, nice. So let's now game up map size. Second, writing. There we go. I was chatting with someone. Alright, so now that the game have the game mode and the size, there we go. Yeah. Okay, I think this should be fine. Now, yeah, I think I like that more. Let's now initialize them properly. At the end of there. Why did it? Okay, just okay. No, I don't need that anymore. Map size, text. Okay, now this is the problem. I think I would just do really hacky way of doing this, which is no. We have the size, map size, target size, but yeah, I think I will do something like server settings dot. Map dot Target size two to user string. I don't know what else to call, to be honest. The string has already exist as default, so I don't want to call that. It will go an exception now, so I have to go to server settings, and then size manager. I will create an extension. Yeah, it's not right now. I know it's not that nice way of seeing this, kind of hard coded, but I don't need really that dynamic system. I need just something that works well. Static string. What did I call it? User string. This size. And we have the switch case size. If it's none, don't return nothing. If it's small, small is 16 versus 16. It's medium, return 32 versus 32. And if it's big, return 64 versus 64. And if it's ultra, return by the way, no. Return 90 versus 90. And there we go, user string. Okay, now that should be fine. Just doesn't use the server settings. There we go. Alright, I think this should be fine now. What's the problem? Did I forget to put semicolon or something? Yes, I did. Okay, now yeah, I have to rebuild the server because we changed the structure of that thing all the way. Okay, let's go for it now. Okay, let's wait a little bit until this thing actually builds. That's gonna take a while. Meanwhile, health. Oh, it's actually hot. I might actually bring some ice, put it onto my laptop, because 94 degrees. I mean, actually, for this laptop, 94 degrees is kind of normal, and the weather is already very hot already in Turkey, so especially the city I'm living, so it's kind of normal, but yeah, it's kind of sad. And actually once, because it got too much heat, it had to close itself for a while, and yeah, it wasn't pleasant, to be honest. Okay. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay, so the thing is, let's just test it, and then I think it's right now it's not dynamic, right? I think it's not dynamic right now. Let me see. It's not dynamic right now. No, it does the settings path. This is actually obsolete actually. Server name, save stats, no graphics, patch mode, etc. Ports. Okay, so it's not dynamic right now. It's custom map, custom version of it. So what will happen is that it won't be choosing a different type of the game modes, etc. based on the server's player size. So not okay. Anyway, just gonna test it. So let's end the game first. We had 3 different servers possible. So let's see. Now we have this drove because I died. I'm dead. Now let's say we choose conquest. Okay. And if I actually stop the server, not stop but freeze it, I just okay, it doesn't freeze that way. Okay, I chose the TDM. Oh, it took a while, okay, because I started that from it. Okay, that was interesting. Oh yeah, it makes sense because actually the dust dev, the TDM, because it was a custom made, the size was not determined. So okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Alright, so let's think about this now for a second. First of all, I don't want to do this. Key mode, etc. Choosing, etc. Whatever, forget. This here, not 35, but just 32 or something. This should be just enough to show. Okay, and the next thing is that I'm thinking. So now I have to do something like I want to test how it will perform if it was dynamic, but I need to still host in DOS dev. So I need to do something hardcode, I guess. Like imagine this, you want to start the server as dynamic, but you want to start from a certain server or map. How do you do that? Okay, could hardcode that, but I don't want to do that either because annoying. Anyway, I will be thinking about that later. For now, I will be just giving a break a little bit because I'm sleepy. I can't think right. Anyway, thank you for being here and listening. I hope you enjoyed. And if you had no idea about game development, maybe you now have some idea about how the game development works. At least from my experience, that's how I do. Personally. Not gonna lie, I have some spaghetti code. I'm not gonna lie, I'm honest with that. Because most of the codes that I have written are like old, some of them. Since I remastered the game 4 times, there are some codes that left over from older versions. Maybe I mostly remastered them again and again, but still, I didn't touch some of them for a while. And meanwhile, the knowledge of the programming, that design of my programming changed, so it's a bit mixed and spaghetti. But since I am the only one who is working on this project as a programmer, I can understand my own stuff and change them and add them, customize them. So it's not a big deal, but definitely what I'm just writing is not really suitable for probably a studio or a team. I will have to be writing much cleaner code. But anyway, it's fine for myself, and it works very well without bugs or problems. So yeah, that's all matters right now. Alright, I will be ending the stream for now. So see you later.